I grew up in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. My mom and dad are Tom and Denise Horn. I had 2 older brothers. I'm the youngest. They hated me, but we would always be together, we would be at our grandparents together and we'd be with our cousins. We always did stuff as a family. I mean, we had a great childhood. We didn't have a lot of money, but we didn't know. We had fun with each other. We would go to church Sundays, and then Wednesdays we would have youth group, and we would always have family dinners during the week. It was really important to my mom that we would have family dinners at the table. And I'm actually carrying that on to my family now. My family is Langston, my husband, and we have a son, Josiah. Josiah is not biologically his, but by golly, Josiah is his son. He has helped raise Josiah since Josiah was 6 years old. The second they met, they were like best friends. It's insane how close they are and how much they love each other. It's exactly what I prayed for. I wanted a man who was going to love my son the same amount, if not more, than he loved me. Langston is really like the love of my life. Him and Josiah are the loves of my life. I'm very compassionate, I'm very caring, I'm very outspoken, I'm very friendly. I love to have a good time. My mom always says I'm the life of the party. Sometimes I can be an introvert. I'm very outgoing, I'm very bubbly, but sometimes I just want to be alone. How I became a single parent, I wasn't living at home. I didn't have a care in the world. I was lost. I wasn't coming to church. I was in cosmetology school from the time I graduated high school, and I stopped going. I just got to a point where I was like, I don't care. I'm gonna do what I want. My parents and we were not on good terms at all. We weren't even speaking during this time. It was really hard because I was always raised with my family, and my parents and we were not okay. And I didn't think that we were ever gonna get back to being okay. I was so mad at them I don't even remember why, but I knew they were mad at me too, and they had every right to be mad. And then my mom and I kind of started to mend our relationship a little bit, and they allowed me to move back home. Literally a week after I moved back home, I found out I was pregnant. And it was a week before my mom's birthday. I was terrified to tell my parents because I'm raised up in this church, right? And I'm the worship leader's daughter, I'm the secretary's daughter, and I couldn't face them. So I wrote them a letter saying I just wanted to tell you I'm pregnant and I plan on keeping the baby. I hope you'll understand and forgive me. Love, Kelly. And I left it, and I left for work. I came home after work, and my mom was a mess. You could tell she was crying all day. My dad led it, he led the whole conversation. He was like, we got your letter. We really appreciate the fact that you told us, and we appreciate and respect the fact that you are choosing to keep the baby. As much as we are disappointed, we're going to let you stay here and you can raise your child here. But you're raising this child on your own. We're not helping you. I was like, okay, whatever it takes. And my mom was the one that took me to my doctor's appointments. My mom really took care of me, and she was there when I didn't have Josiah's father. He wasn't there at all. She planned my whole baby shower, and knowing how heartbroken she was over this, she really just she was like, this is my daughter. I'm not gonna let her do this alone. She had my back, and it made all the difference because it's if I didn't have that support, I don't know where my faith would be right now. My mom and my dad really, as much as they said that they weren't gonna help raise Josiah, they helped raise Josiah. That's why I can't take full credit of the young man that he is now, because they had a huge part in his life. They immediately embraced him, and he changed our whole lives, our entire lives. Growing up in the church family as a single mom, I had so many people embrace me with love, and they loved my son, they loved me. But there were some people that were pretty judgmental. It was hard for me to come to church pregnant and after Josiah was born, because I did feel like the finger points and like the side eyes and stuff like that. And the comments that were being made, it just wasn't fun. And I mean, I just feel like as a Christian, you're to love everybody. Everybody, regardless of what they've done. And my parents really showed that to me. You know, they loved me through what I call my mess. And I'm so grateful and so appreciative of that. My faith grew stronger through all of this. And the older I got, the more I realized how much I needed Joe, more than he needed me. Josiah saved my life, and people don't realize that. And for people to think like, oh, you made a mistake, that's a sin, that's wrong. And the way that this kid changed my whole world, changed my family's whole life, he's not a mistake. He's my greatest blessing in life. And I'm just so thankful God chose me to be Josiah's mom. I know so many people that don't have what I had with my parents, and they are not okay. Like, that's why I can't stress it enough. Like, for any young girl going through something like this, it's so important that they have a support system. It's so important because they're going through all this stuff in school, and sometimes, you know, they're dealing with worldly things and work and whatever, trying to fit in, and their hormones are all over the place. They need somebody who's going to love them through whatever they're going through, love them through their mess. I am Kelly Ross, and I am a voice of NC4.